What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys our first NBA DFS podcast of the season. We had a very successful opening night with the two-game slate, cashed with both the cash and GPP lineups. Tonight we have a nice full slate, tons of games to pick from, and we have some weird news coming out of Houston today, so we should be able to take advantage of some value plays. As usual, if you watched me last season, I do one play for each position. Hopefully these plays help you guys out, and just like the video and make sure you're subscribed. I appreciate it. So for point guard tonight, I do like DeJounte Murray of the Spurs. He's fully healthy. He's still a young stud for them. He is a defensive threat and offensive threat. He can do it all on the court. He's a nice lanky point guard. Can get you steals, and this Spurs and Grizzlies game has an odd, very, very high over-under of around 230. If you played NBA DFS about 2 years ago, if it was like a Spurs and Grizzlies matchup, you would probably fade it. These were two of the best defenses in the league a couple years ago, but now times have changed, and these teams are always part of higher over-unders. It should be fast-paced, and Popovich loves Murray. He should play over 30 minutes tonight, and he's only 6,200. Great upside. He has gotten up towards 50 fantasy points before, so I do like Murray in this play against Ja Morant and the Grizzlies. For shooting guard, Devin Booker. They did sign Chris Paul in the offseason. Now, I do think this helps Booker instead of hurts him, because Paul should draw some attention off of him. With Booker being the main scorer last year with Ricky Rubio running point, Rubio's not much of a scoring threat. Chris Paul kind of gets into the eye of the defense a little bit more. I think this helps Booker. I still think Booker is the number one scoring threat on this team. And this late game, Mavericks and Suns, has a pretty high over-under. I expect it to be a close game and a shootout. Booker at 8,400 should be able to get around 42 fantasy points to hit his value mark. A nice stud to pay up for tonight. And if you don't want him in cash, fine. But his upside is always so great. Definitely throw him in a tournament lineup or two tonight. For small forward, now we got some weird Rockets news with James Harden possibly violating the COVID rules. There was a video of him at a strip club. No one knows how recent it was. This is the least shocking thing ever with James Harden. This man does whatever he wants. He didn't practice with the Rockets for a while. Doesn't seem like he wants to be there. Now he's going to strip clubs, and he's giving Cousins and John Wall, they're talking about contact tracing. Now Wall and Cousins are also not expected to make their Rockets debut tonight. So this whole thing has turned into a shit show. In this game, the Rockets could have easily blown out the Thunder. Now, if they're missing their three best players, there's a ton of DFS value out there, and this game should remain close. Eric Gordon should be, oddly enough, probably the number one scoring threat if Harden, Cousins, and Wall are out, which it's looking like that. Just make sure you get a confirmation on that. But at 4,500, Gordon will be the chalkiest of chalk tonight at small forward. This guy will start, run most of point guard. And it's just an easy play. And that rolls us into power forward. Christian Wood, the newly acquired Rocket from the Pistons. He is a young stud, one of the more underrated players in the league. He will also have a ton of usage with no Cousins, Wall, and Harden on the Rockets tonight. So expect Christian Wood, who doesn't seem to be a part of these COVID tracing issues. He should be starting tonight, and he should have a bulk of offensive reps tonight for the Rockets. Then for center, I'm really liking Andre Drummond. Kevin Love is looking like he's missing out tonight, so Drummond's the only big man for the Cavs, and I don't see anyone on the Hornets being able to cover him. This has a decent over-under, and I think Drummond at 8,400 is just a guy who presents 60 fantasy point upside, so he should be just a great play in all formats tonight. One of the better center plays, in my opinion. That'll sum up today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I will try to do an NBA video every single weekday this entire season. Obviously not on Christmas, but Until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I am signing off. Peace.